Hey, Spencer Welch here, international vocal coach and the creator of Singing Ignition, the vocal academy that's not just for you, it's about you. Now, today I'm going to be doing a reaction to the singer extraordinaire Morissette, singing the song Akin Kanalang. Akin Kanalang. If I have murdered the name of that song for all of you who are Filipino speakers, I apologize profusely. I am just a lowly voice teacher trying to bring a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of my advice and my expertise to all of you who want to learn a little bit more about these amazing singers that we get to listen to and appreciate. So this is super exciting for me. I've already done a reaction to Morissette's version of Rise Up. Man, she impressed me a lot. And like I've said before, those Filipinos, they can sing. So if you're ready, I'm ready, let's get into this. Nice smile.
Wish 107.5.
Bakit hindi mo maramdaman? Ikaw sa akin ay mahalaga. Ako sa'yo'y kaibigan lamang. Paano nga ba't di ko matanggap? At ako pa ba'y iibigin pa? Ang dinadasal, nakikiusap na lang. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang. Ang dinadasal sa araw-araw. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang. At maghihintay hanggang akin ka na. Kilig.
So far, the song reminds me of like classic 90s R&B pop, like the kind that Mariah Carey was first like cutting her teeth on. The stuff from like her first 3 albums. Man, this is like really love this kind of retro ballad feel. We don't get enough good ballads these days. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of like out of vogue now. Now her voice, where she is different from say like a Mariah Carey, is that she is starting with that lighter tone in the first verse, but she's not doing it really breathy or falsetto-ish the way that Mariah might. You know, that is how Mariah might approach singing the first verse of one of her power ballads, whereas Morissette is doing more so it's light, it is quiet, because she's wanting to start small in order to be able to build. I'm assuming that this is building towards something quite big, but in the process, she is not going all the way to falsetto or just really, really breathy, really whispery. She is still putting some tone into that. And honestly, I prefer that. I prefer the old classic Mariah Carey when she sang with a little bit more tone in her voice as well. Let's keep going. That riff. Woof. Nice. So she da-da, but that shift, she doesn't do it like what Mariah would have done with da, and let it break into falsetto. She keeps it connected. She goes into a very light mixed voice or a head voice, but it's connected. It's ah. It's not breaking into falsetto. Ah. So good on ya. Keep going. So, what I love about these ah vowels is that she's not la, she's not raising her larynx to sing that ah. Even though that's a more open vowel on the horizontal, she's not ah raising her larynx to doing it, tightening her tongue. She's keeping super relaxed and she's going la, ah, ah. It's almost like if her throat was staying in a more relaxed position. Like if you try that, say ha, ha. Like if you were out of breath and you were just trying to ha, ha, catch your breath, you would keep your throat very relaxed to do that because you're just trying to get air in as quickly as you can. Well, she's singing an akin kana lang, right? But she's not going long, she's going long. So she's opening her mouth up, but still leaving her throat more relaxed. And so you could almost say that this is kind of like doing a fraction of ah and at the same time. What we call the over vowel, ah, which is what we want the audience to perceive of like, oh, that's ah, like lang. But there's an under vowel of along with it that gives it that warmth, that relaxed, and that boomier quality, long, so that it doesn't sound too shrill. Okay, so Morissette, what you gonna do now?
Akin ka na lang at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na
Okay, I was about to stop and comment on how nicely she's singing that E vowel right before, and then all of a sudden, surprise, whistle. But whistle that's connected. When Mariah does a whistle, and I'm sorry, I'm not saying that Morissette and Mariah are the same singers, they are very different. It's just that it's easy to make a bit of a comparison here because they're singing a song that has a similar kind of a vibe. But they are their own people, and in some ways, Morissette, in my opinion, or at least to my tastes, is doing things a little bit better than what Mariah might do. Sorry to you Mariah fans that are there. I also love Mariah, but there are certain things that Morissette is doing, like that whistle tone. It's connected. Mariah's whistle was always falsetto based, whereas Morissette's has a bit more oomph to it, has a bit more bottom to it, has a little bit less breathiness to it. And that is amazing. I think I need to back that up to hear that once again. I hope you will indulge me. Who am I kidding, right? You're all Morissette fans anyways. You want to hear that again? Let's hear her do it.
at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na
So it's an A6, and then she does a riff on it in her whistle range. But that she does a little scoop up from, so she's in her mix voice before that on an E vowel, but saying it more E, E. It has a little bit of an I under vowel on it, so it's E in the sense of that is what she wants her audience to hear, but she's hey, hey. She's dropping your jaw a little bit. She's opening the vowel a little bit so it doesn't become E, kind of shrill, and raise her larynx and tighten her throat. But then, how do I know it's connected? Because she does a siren up from that B4 right in the middle of her first passage, her mixed voice, and then up to that A6, and it is connected. There is no break. It sounds seamless as she goes through 1, 2, 3, into 4 passages higher than where she just was. That is her 5th passage. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Morissette, you've got my attention. Let's keep going.
At ako pa ba'y ibigin pa? Ang dinadasal, makikiusap na lang. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang.
And then up to the E5 second passage, but with a really chesty mix on that second passage. She drops her jaw. She still is singing an ah vowel, but with the larynx relaxed, so it still has a bit of that ah, ah. She tilts her head back, but she's not raising her head up and tilting her head forward. She's not jutting forward, which would tighten her neck muscles. She is just slightly tilted back, which actually is kind of what sword swallowers used to do, you know, like in the carnies where they would tilt their head back. It opens up your throat. That is what the doctor does when they are going to intubate you before a surgery. They tilt your head back and drop your jaw, and that opens your throat. She is kind of doing this, whether she knows that as a technique or whether she's just feeling things out and just saying like, this feels good to do it like that. Look at her there. She's just slightly tilted back, and in the process, her throat stays relaxed, stays open, as she is basically belting a mix in that area that is really in her head voice range. She's just able to bring a lot of buzz to that area of her voice. Whew. Here we go.
Ang dinadasal sa araw-araw at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na.
So relaxed as she is riffing up in that second passage region of her voice, giving it that beltier quality. But listen to how relaxed she is in it. Listen to the legato, how she's able to flow from one note to the other, and she's not she's not tightening in or trying to just, you know, give birth to a note there. She's floating around in that buzzier area. This is how one should belt a mix. That's all I'm gonna say right here, is that she is floating the stuff. At a certain point, words just start to elude me on this, because this is gorgeous.
Wishclusive on Wish 1075.
Again with the tilted head, the beautiful vibrato. I mean, it's almost like a bird call or like those theremin that ooh from like a science fiction movie. So clear, so connected, so easy. Not easy for us to learn how to do, but she's doing it with such ease, right? Well, Morissette, I gotta say, you took it up a notch. I loved what you did with Rise Up, and now you've done it again. Amazing, amazing. So let me give you a little tutorial on how you can learn how to produce vowels the way that Morissette is with that relaxed throat, even when you're singing a difficult vowel like an ah, like kanang, right? Did I get that right? You are going to sing an ah, but you're going to keep your larynx more relaxed. You're going to keep your throat a bit more relaxed. First, just say ha, ha, ha. Lips are just hanging there. They're just completely neutral. Your jaw is just hanging there. It's completely neutral. Now say ha, ha, ha. Don't ha, ha, ha. Keep it neutral. Ha. And once you start to make that sound, then I want you to start opening up your mouth a little bit horizontally towards an ah without letting your tongue and your throat change from that relaxed open feeling. So, ha. How this is not going ha and going to something where your tongue starts to tighten, your larynx starts to come up, things start to constrict. And then you could do it on a note. So for instance, guys, ha, and ladies, ha, but not ha. It doesn't have to get super bright and super brassy. It can stay warm and yet a little bit more open the way that an ah needs to be. So if you like this video, you like this reaction, please put a like on this, drop a comment, subscribe, and get notifications so that you never miss a video when I put one out. I would so appreciate if you did that. And please consider joining Singing Ignition, my vocal academy, where I build a program around you and your needs so that you can take your voice to that next level and sing with the voice of your dreams. So it's been my absolute pleasure spending this time with you. I will see you in the next video.